G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one is set in Warsaw. Long and winding road, so straight roads require double the amount of road tiles, double the number of road tiles awarded, so that almost cancels out each other. All destinations are circles, at least that one is a fun challenge. It means we'll be off and running, and usually it means we're going to be pretty short run as well, I think. Circular destinations, we normally only get to like say 22-ish minutes. I guess you can see if you're watching this if how close to that guess I got. But also it means generally you get a better score. So hopefully we're looking around the 6,000s. Almost like they're just tempting us with straight lines, but I do not mind. We're going to have so many road tiles, it's not a problem. I mean, there's a very big no-touching zone here between these two guys at the moment. I'm surprised we're not getting more houses, because they're already circular. But, I mean, it is making life a little bit easier that they're so separated that we're not going to be crisscrossing anytime soon. Maybe more houses or just the one? Because this guy's so separate, it does make me feel like I can do that. Operated these as two different networks. Obviously at this point we can shift at least one of those houses to the left if you needed. See how this little area of houses continues to grow. It's the absolute indifference we have to the roads being great. It's the amount of road tiles we're going to have. It's a very clean-cut line we've got here at the moment. Destinations, houses. The no touching line between blue and yellow. I mean, it's all gonna fall apart on us soon enough, but we can at least enjoy it while it lasts. I'm already up over 100 people because we're dealing with double destinations. Again, I do enjoy that part of the sort of circular destinations. Sorry, they're not double destinations, that's a different thing. Oh, so someone else is coming in. Here we go, pink. So, for now, I am going to run an actually, like, path to allow these guys to connect. We do have the motorway, but we will let sort of, like, if we've got the available space to build a road, let's just build a road for now, just in case that motorway is needed for something else. It's always nice to have like one emergency motorway, because even in the end, if you've got just that one motorway that can get you an extra 100 deliveries or 50 deliveries or 10 deliveries, why not? Now we're better off having that. It's such a perfect little, like, neighborhood we've got there. Pause for a second, because especially with double destinations, these guys can get out of hand real quick. How many bridges? So that seems pointless. Let's use it as a little bridge for now. I gotta work out what to do with these guys, because this is now the closest house to our mate at the top. So let's just out of road tiles because they've got a really long straight line. Alright, great. Let's go bridges. Let's get rid of that. These guys at least we're going to cut across this way. So we only have the one bridge, so I would have to wait for these two guys to cut back across that. It's alright, I think I've got a workable plan for this. Hopefully I don't sink myself from this being a bad idea. Oh. Okay, so then we can build that bridge. These two guys here probably made that a little bit better. This guy I'm just going to give the motorway to, because we don't have bridges available to do this. Rooting for seeing this pink guy here get a few more friends. You don't know what we're going to do with you, you can just sort of sit there quietly, really. I'm just getting one bridge at a time. Feels a real slow draw here. If I do get another bridge next turn and nothing dramatic has changed, I'm definitely gonna take that take that motorway off those guys and draw them a route. Now this is sort of tricky because we've only got the one house south. I'm going to give this guy these three houses here. That's an alright outcome as well. I feel like we can get rid of that now. I appreciate them jumping on someone else's route. Problem with this guy too is that to redraw this, where all we do is we say cut along here, is we've still got to wait for that to go away. Got to wait for this purple, green. No, he's pink. That pink house to a journey. Cut them a little bit sooner. Oh, we don't have any bridges. I'll wait for that bridge for two different reasons here. Certainly sweating this one out. What way we should be approaching this. Great, okay, so that's gone, so let's unpause. Let's get that guy across there. That guy to there. Now, this is a nice little setup that we could have for a motorway at some point. But there. But they would have to use a motorway in order to get to this guy at the top. Otherwise, it would be a pretty good person to use. 3 houses here, I almost feel like is enough to, how many bridges, is enough to sort of split this guy on the right with those 3 houses and then have this guy on the left connecting separately. Alright, let's get red. Come down in here. Do that for now. I also feel like green at the top has permanently been playing catch up since he came in. You can see that he's never got anyone at home. Okay, so we've got an extra bridge now. So extra bridge. What we probably want to do is get rid of that and that. Send red north. I just don't have any road tiles. Okay. And I'm going to kick a motorway from there to there just briefly. Just to let these guys send those 3 cars. Let those 3 cars just sort of clean up that guy a little bit more. What we really want to see is just a car stop, like we just got there, in our greenhouses on the right, and just have a break for a moment. And then it means we're sort of, our supply can outweigh our demand. Now I can also see that the the pinks in the bottom left aren't being used at the moment for the 2 circular destinations in the bottom right. They are exclusively running off those 3 houses, which is pretty good. That both of them are able to do that. We've got 15 more road tiles, so we can clean that up a bit as well. Two destinations on the North Island, or all 3 of our destinations on the North Island, pretty far from the houses that they're using. That green here, that top green, he does not have the amount of houses he really needs. See how we can go for getting him extra supplies. The first blue house we've gotten in a very long time just there. Well, hopefully this means we're going to see some more yellow houses. That's certainly something we're a bit short on. Do that. Little connection there just to give some guys the ability to go down and look after that yellow. These yellow houses aren't really getting placed in a place that's helpful. We're only at 1,000 people, and for how fast you can get people when everyone's circular, that makes us feel like we are still very early game right here. Alright. So that gives us this big backup. Though, I'm going to say this, we now have 3 motorways. So I am actually going to, after having just built that moments ago, I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to get rid of all of that, which means I'm going to gain 2 bridges back. I'm also going to just let these guys all used for this guy. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this guy slightly up. Desperately needs a roundabout. Let's get these guys to cut that way so that guy can have that separate line, so he still just sort of works into the roundabout. And these guys can hop from there to there. Okay. Let's make that change to allow these three guys to be connected. I'm gonna make them have a motorway as well. If anything, actually, what I want to do is just make this ever so slightly further out. Just so other blue houses exactly like that can just appear in there. Alright, so now we have a double destination green. Really annoyingly, I actually want to delete both these motorways real quickly. We're going to do this one first. The reason I want to get rid of both is just because of the way where another house is positioned for them. What we're going to do too, actually, is let's just quickly get this guy connected, so while he's without his motorways, at least got someone shipping him over. Great, that's gone, so then we can get that guy to connect into this setup too, and then send it back. Just having to do that just to clear out that that space. Okay, next up, what we're going to do is do the same thing for this green. For him, it's going to do that briefly too, because then that means that guys can go from this set of houses over to look after him. Very briefly. Very dangerous move though for green. Great, I got that. What did I need that for? Green. One spot it can go, so let's just get that guy to disconnect from it. In there. Okay, and then what we can do is we can get that up there, and we can disconnect that. This yellow here, we'd need to get more houses connected in. So get these guys to run around here. It's only two of them, so I don't really want to make that a like their own thing going to him. We're only down to one motorway, so I don't love what we're having to do with yellow at the moment. Having to intrude on pink. Luckily, it's pink's backup system. Like you can see, barely anyone from pink is actually using that road at all. This is all yellow. But that yellow is sort of slipping behind a little bit. You can see that all of these guys are in use. Almost what I need to do is use a bridge here to get that, like that, so all of these other guys can also go and help him out. That's a good get there. If I can get one more yellow house at the top, then I'm disconnecting this guy off that road. I might have to do anyway. You can see that that's now creating a traffic jam down there. Alright, for the sake of saving the network before it gets worse. That. And we'll put this guy from there to there. Get rid of that. Okay, not too bad a placement for this red because he's already on a network of red. But what I will do is I'm going to turn around these guys at the top and get this guy to come down. Get these yellows to get back real quick. The thing is that all yellows are out at the moment, except for this one guy. And I don't feel like I can get him to quickly like scoot down, save the day. Because if I cut him across here, then he's going to, it's just one guy. If I run him down this way, and down here, and And then down this way. Like, he's connecting. I'm forcing red to all be connected now. We don't want, except for this red on the side. We are giving this guy just 2 extra houses to hopefully like clean him up a little bit because he is going quick. Break that as well. And these 2 yellows are actually going to end up being real important to saving the day here. What I'm also going to do then is just quickly cut these 2 guys. Get rid of that. I can do this though. Let's cut those 2 guys up that way. Do that. Because this is more just a sudden moment of survival. Getting those 2 extra houses of just getting anyone down here. Because you can see that these other 2 guys are totally fine. There we go. We're now sort of on the winning side of what's going on here. It's very close though. There we go. Now we're starting to stack them in. Nice work, guys. Alright, there's a roundabout we can get somewhere up here. I feel it cleans that neighborhood up a fair bit. This guy's okay now, we don't need him connected, so we can get rid of that road to stop red being too connected. Also feel like what we should do is maybe let's actually get rid of that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 houses there. And we've got 5 there. Let's build that too, because they won't otherwise go through where a roundabout is. So we've got to build these weird little deviations around the roundabout until the roundabout circle disappears. And then we can get rid of those. We keep an eye on this guy at the back. He looks a little worse off than this guy. Probably we can give him 1 more house. Maybe he needs the 5. Alright, it's another motorway. Would really like more yellow houses. Seems like somewhere where we're lacking. Does feel like pink needs motorways. For how far away pink is to the rest of, like, where all 3 of its destinations are. Still don't want to separate those 4 pink houses on the right. Actually really like them pulling double duty and helping out both of those guys. And it's more the 5 guys on the left at the backup that, like, not one of these guys isn't suffering. Working okay. Now we're gonna suffer though. Gotta figure this out. So we do have a roundabout. We can chuck that nowhere here. Let's think about this. So we've got 5 guys over here, 5 guys there. So this one guy's got 5 people looking after him. Then there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys potentially looking after the bottom. What we could do is if we grab the 5 guys from here and send them that way, and then get rid of this Now, the cost of that is that I keep that one guy here stays this way. So it's these 5 houses looking after these 2, but they're relatively close. Also, what I accidentally just did was cut green off. This actually does need to keep existing. That's how green's getting there. I'd love to have green just running along the top, but because there's the 2 separate roads for red at the top, I can't go any further north, and I can't just give one of them a motorway. Which is probably the ideal outcome. The further north red road should get a motorway. Then I can move the red road up slightly, and then I can give that pink motorway, Highway 4 that we just built, that can attach to the north side of pink. The double destination. To do with this new pink. Right, okay. So motorway. So that motorway connects from here to there. We get rid of this road entirely. We then take this road up. That. Now we then move this guy to there. It's a really weird sort of thing I feel, but at the moment I just want to make that guy do this. It's more just so that that path can continue to exist. And you can see that that guy is getting used, that new connection, that long shot pink. He's just one car. Both of his cars are going now. It's more the idea that he, that it's 2 destinations down there, and that's what I don't like. Or I have concern with for those guys. I think everyone else has been split, except for green. Kind of no reason that green doesn't have to be split. There are 6 greenhouses functioning for those 2 guys down the bottom. So I could quite easily split those 2 greenhouses to the 2 sides. I don't think that 6 greenhouses is going to be enough. Sorry, I don't think anyone being looked after by 3 houses is enough. As I say that, we actually do have a little shift that I can do in consideration of that. We've just got this guy here. And because of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that road again. And these 2 guys are now going to turn back down. And we'll go back to the top. So that this guy has 5, that guy has 4, that guy has 4. A bit more of an even split. This red house down here, similarly, you can just sort of share that road with pink and get him up that way. Interestingly, immediately, that's actually, this greenhouse here is latched onto helping that guy, which is fine. It means that he can help out. It's actually quite interesting. It seems like that intersection is now being used more by green than by red. So what we're going to do now, and this is going to be dangerous because I've got a motorway. Good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that. And I'm just going to quickly connect all of these guys together, and I'm going to put a motorway that runs to there and do that. The idea here is that that's going to allow us to have everyone just hop over and help out using the motorway until the point when the roundabout was gone. The roundabout's now gone. That seems very paranoid about roundabouts, but if you've watched enough videos, you'll appreciate badly roundabouts can do me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 guys. Connected properly like this. 4 guys there. And 3 guys here. So this guy now has a dedicated 4, this guy has a dedicated 3, and then also 2 guys down here as well. There's another pink here. You could divide these 2 pink guys down the bottom so that they've got 3 each. If they could get 4 each, I'd do it. This is where we just sort of can run. Like, it doesn't feel like anyone's overly in much danger at the moment. I'm already at 4,000. Another ink in here. Is he connected? Yeah, yes, okay. You have 2 motorways as well. So we actually could spend a motorway on someone. Another house gain here, so I'm going to delete that again. And what we can do is like a waiting thing is we can just do that. So if anyone needs to go help this guy or feels like it's urgent, they can just take that highway too. Do that. Get rid of that highway. Highway 2 there now. And those up make it a weird flow. Do it that way. Surprised blue down the bottom's never inherited friends. Maybe what we need to do is that. Because we won't get houses in the very outside ring, but if we put that, move the road to the outside ring, then maybe we'll see some more houses here. Okay, so a nice little gain there of a couple more yellow houses. Would be nice to have this yellow house attached to the setup for this guy that's got the 4. And then we've got that yellow house in the top right hand corner here that's not really useful for anyone. But again, as we're looking, no one seems to be in too much trouble. I'd say give me a 3rd motorway. How many motorways am I going to get? 10, so I'm only going to get 3 more. And that dead center pink, he can finally have a motorway and get rid of his long journey. He's done incredibly well. How far that guy's journey is. I want to put a roundabout in here. I feel like that guy's going to have to get outside help at some point, whether it's from across the river or elsewhere. Really quite surprised at how well the double destination's doing too. Now, is there anywhere down here? Get them roundabout. Try and clean up what's going on here. Doesn't feel like a roundabout there would be helpful for how far removed it would make it. Or would that be okay? I'm gonna be wary because that guy is 100% at the moment. What we could do is we move that to there, and it'll move it immediately because we've got a free motorway. Then move this guy to here. These guys can down. And these guys can run in, so it clears those 4 guys from having like the rest of this, like the mess that's this bit of the road, and it's just those 3 guys that can sort of hopefully not make each other too busy. So that hopefully will make it a little bit more efficient if that gets significantly busier. Another yellow in a pretty good spot at the top there because this guy who doesn't need it. What do we think? We've got 2 more reds up here. Do they need to go to the guy at the in the motorway? This guy. The motorway. Are they needlessly creating an intersection? Let's split those 2 guys. What we could do is we could do this. Yellow's having a little bit of a surge right now. See that. What I was actually going to do before I had just dealt with that was I was going to put a roundabout right where that guy's just come in. Because this yellow neighborhood's pretty ugly. Okay, we do have 3 motorways now, so we're going to get rid of that. Go motorway from there to there. Does that work as a location of a motorway? And I think I've got to do something. I think that this guy needs a roundabout. If the roundabout's going to fit there, great. We're going to do that as a way sort of pointing towards where this guy is. I'm going to do a little shot out here. The reason I'm going to do a shot out there is because I want to move... Or can I move the motorway without it cracking it? Or it'll continue to exist because I've got excess ones. Okay, so what we want to do then is we're going to turn these 2 guys, they're going to come that way. This guy's going to be straight onto the motorway. These 4 guys can come in that way. Hopefully that'll see our motorway sort of clean up a little bit. It'll get a little bit worse for a moment here while we've got 2 different sort of routes that people can be coming in. So many bridges. Watching you. These guys, for the first time in a long time, have gotten someone. So, let's sneak a roundabout in here so we can use that guy. And a roundabout over here too. What I'd like to do is say let's cut this guy off and go that way, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 guys can cut that way. So this guy gets 5, that guy's got 4. Yellow is definitely easing through their surge. Red looks like they might be surging a little bit here. Red is another one that would be great to get a roundabout on their setup. So let's put that roundabout there. Let's move their motorway to there. Put that guy down, this guy down. So you can go that way. Get him to go that way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to turn that guy around. really don't use traffic lights ever, but I mean, there's a certain point where I'm like, is it silly to just keep taking more and more bridges I'm not using? I'm impressed to see I used all the roundabouts I had though. There is a lot of space still in this map. This pink house here, I can connect to this, but it'd be on a weird angle. Goes for that guy. This guy's a good get. Let's bring them down like that. Let's temporarily get rid of that motorway. I'll just give that a little lip up there to put this to there as their workaround motorway while we correct what we get this extra pink house connected into the way we've got the setup. He comes in there, and then we just move that to there, to there. This blue here doesn't look great. He's got the most houses of anyone blue, I think. There's another pink house here. Which does mean that we could divide these two guys to have 4 each. But again, they're working so well together, like, let them keep their system. Let's have a look at what yellow's doing. So this guy here, does he have anyone at home? He's got guys struggling a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys for this yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the long range yellow. 4 for that guy, but there's a yellow house right there. Now the only note to get to that yellow house, I would have to get him to hop over 2 different roads. I'd have to give both of those guys highways, which seems pointless. I can't give him a highway because of where he's sitting. There's another yellow house. Okay, so with that yellow house coming in there, these two guys are going to turn out this way, and then they go straight down there. Even though this guy down the bottom actually seems to be struggling more than that guy is. We're getting a lot of pink houses back here. Yellow down the bottom is the one that's really struggling. But I mean, everyone yellow is sort of getting pushed, because you can see that I don't think there's anyone at home anywhere in yellow. The yellow down the bottom is definitely in conflict. I'm trying to think of how I can get this guy out. Now, I mean, these two greenhouses that are now facing that yellow, they're not looking at the same... They're the least two used for this guy. So, I mean, what we could do is this, as a maybe temporary fix, that we may as well get 600 road tiles. That we may as well try and get these 2 extra guys in there and helping for how close they are. Pink is also having a surge right now. You can see that there's backup happening here, and this is where we're now going to have a problem with pink. So you're going to cut the cord with them. I'm going to leave that roundabout there because this guy got the dud deal. The guy on the right got 4 houses. This guy's only got 3, and then the long shot 4th. So a motorway may come into this roundabout too if we can't sort this. You can see that this is currently looking bad, and so we might just do a quick support motorway. This guy's looking bad just because the cars were still figuring themselves out. Now sorted themselves out. And I'm going to delete that, so this one surge of guys that are going over to help, they get to help, and then they're gone. And hopefully the streamlined road that's now looking after that guy will be enough that he's okay. Pink at the top. Pink at the top has 5 houses looking after him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to turn this guy around. Give him 6. Turn that guy around so he gains when he doesn't lose anything. Keep an eye on him. He seems to be doing okay. This guy here's doing okay, so we'll claim back that motorway. Red over here's looking a little ordinary. We have another red house just here not being used. Over this red guy down the bottom that's not been connected the whole time. I don't think he's needed. Can we fit a roundabout somewhere in here? Right up there. So let's go. This guy goes up, that guy goes up. No, that guy goes straight. These 3 go up that way. These 3 go in there. And then this guy can that way. This pink here seems to be our problem at the moment. Got this green on the wrong side of the road there, but he's so close that he goes straight up. But he would cause an intersection where we otherwise wouldn't have one. So it'd probably be worse for what we've got going on. Blue in the bottom left is looking questionable again. Blue in the bottom left does have people sitting at home. You can see in the far right here, these guys along the bottom, there's people still sitting there. So it's not about supply. He's got that. It's pink here. A little bit of a freak out. There's no real way I can get anyone extra from these northern pinks in the bottom left that connect down to this roundabout permanently. With the exception of this one pink guy right here, who's long shotting over to that guy, very rarely. Now I could also get these pinks on this side over here to turn around and come back around this road to get there, but I don't love that. Because it would make that road a lot busier for red and potentially cause red problems. But that pink needs help. Can't fit a roundabout anywhere in there, can I? I can hope. Yeah. You can see that we've got yellow freaking out a little bit here. We give yellow back his safety blanket go. We're up over 10,000 though. It's definitely nothing to sneeze at. Green down the bottom here is also struggling, so I feel like we're reaching that point where the whole thing's just now going to surge at us. Not really too much around that's available. I'm going to turn that guy around because I can see there's 2 cars sitting with him. So we may as well get them down here to the guy that actually needs help at the moment. green is now on a surge as well. This green here is where we get anyone else to him. Put these two guys here. And what we can do, we can turn these two guys around in there and just weird little temporary at least like hop over for those guys. We figure out something better for them. I mean, potentially the thing better for them would be that we do this and we put that motorway there. And we take these two guys, just get them to run down there. Back here too. So, if we've got a pink back here, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Give them to him, and so as opposed to that pink just being unused, and then what we can do is we can run these 4 pink guys all the way down there. And just this guy here. I'm gonna since we just gained another pink in this area, that guy's now got sorry, did I join you? You're meant to be in there. We've got those 4. He's gained his 4th one. We can turn this guy around and let him go and help out up here. And we can get rid of this road. See what comes of that. It's 10 bridges. We currently have 9 highways, so there's one more that will be coming at some point. Just to try and clean this guy up, just before we start having other problems at the same time. I'm going to take these 3 guys and hop them that way. They're going to separate out from the other guy who seems to be doing pretty well. And we'll just let these guys go up. Clean up that guy to sort of like back to his at a happy state, and then we'll see how we go. If he can sort of stay recovered from that point. So I mean, there's a certain point with double destinations where the parking lot can just get so busy that it's a problem. It's sort of what I feel like we're looking at here, especially if green's going to stay being busy. I think I want to take this this green here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that green I'm going to take and give him to this guy at the top. Although, actually, no, there's 3 greens down the bottom as well, isn't there? There's these 3 greens in the bottom left. And actually, I can get that guy to connect there. He can go help out too. It's incredible to see something like that green in the top left is struggling with how efficient of a network he's sort of got set up. But there's no one sitting there available for him. They're all basically just having to sprint and get that sorted. So is there anyone we can get up here to help this guy out? We have no motorways at the moment. I'm going to cut that one again. We'll claim this one back to see if we can get someone over there to help out. Yeah, bad that neighborhood's looking there now. Okay, so let's just pause for a second. Let's take this guy and connect this there. But I mean, like, you can see how many guys we've currently got now operating under the threat of collapsing. So I'd say we're pretty much done. It's just how many seconds can we hold on extra to sort of pump our total up to. It is this guy here that's gonna fail us. There are no greenhouses, I don't think, anywhere where there's someone available to go send up that way. None of the three green destinations, no one's looking like we'd give them a clean bill of health. So it's not too bad when you can see we've got a whole bunch of guys sort of like stuck at this intersection right here. It's not the worst thing in the world, because it means that they've done their full journey and they're back, and they're just sort of waiting in line to get in there and address it. And we are sort of winning the battle there, ever so slowly. We may live to see 15,000. Let's just keep on taking bridges. And there we go, we've got over 1,000 road tiles. Okay, blue on the bottom left. Now you can see there's a tiniest bit of a traffic problem on the right hand side for this blue, and not so much on the left. This is where it's a problem. Like, you want your traffic jam to be right at the entrance of where the guy's getting in. If the traffic jam's at the other end, way worse of a problem to have. Well, green survived, so we can claim back our emergency motorway. The little surge that they went through averted. I'm really surprised that blue's struggling with the amount of guys that one has. I mean, they are going on a pretty long distance drive. You can see that these blues at the top here, some of them have available people. Like, they're not really being used too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys for him. But in a pinch, we could pull 3 of the guys at the back there and send them over here. So we've sort of at least got an option for that blue. This guy here, I would actually love to get a roundabout in place for him. Just so that when we do get this other guy coming in, who actually can now, or else I can have a point left and have his own little setup if we need to. So that they don't have to deal with an intersection on that connection. I realise that with this is a backup motorway too. What we've got going on with 9. I'd love to have a roundabout in here. Green is starting to go again, which means we're going to have to reintroduce that one guy that seemed to give him back okay, but we are going to see it. That is 15,000. Is that the first time I've ever hit 15,000? This guy, this green on the right hand side, he's got traffic problems back towards where his neighborhood is, which is a problem. See if he could fit a roundabout in there somewhere too, that'd be great, but won't be so lucky. Green is definitely our surging guy at the moment. Again, I don't feel like we've got the houses to solve it. Actually, that's a new house there. That guy's also in use. And this guy is struggling, so we can't really, like, claim him back the other way. But I mean, it's in the name of surviving a little bit longer. Think about this, because this guy's going to crash on us. Don't have any roads. What we could do is we could get rid of this road. Turn these guys up. Do that. And get these two guys to go support him. Because this guy at the top, he does have 8 houses looking after him. This is more in the name of, can we just get a few extra people up here real quick, just to let this keep ticking over. Like, can we hit 16,000? And like I said, if they're all sitting right there, it's not too bad. It's more a question of, does this ruin the life of the other green that we just took those 2 houses from? Or has it ruined the life of, I mean, that pink and green double destination's got a lot of people in the parking lot at the moment. Yellow is just in a full-blown struggle. Like, they must be surging again. There's a yellow house right there, not currently used. Really good get. This guy's doing fine, so let's just turn a couple of houses back. Help this guy out. Just take another guy from that side too. This guy down the bottom is unnaturally taking this in his stride. Again, you can see the roadblock here is somewhere up there. But we survived that green surge. Both of these yellows are going to be problems. I don't want to claim back that green support. No, I think maybe I need to. Just so that if that means, again, we can have this guy survive a little bit longer, then that's what we've got to do. Got to keep an eye on that motorway so we can get it back. Oh, are they winning? They're slowly winning that battle. There we go, he's winning the battle anyway. Nice work, boys. Alright, we at least have a blue house for that guy. Just keeping an eye on him. Does seem to be winning that battle. Wow, he came and went real quick there. So let's turn these 2 guys around, because they're currently not being used otherwise. Another green that does get to operate for that guy. This guy is struggling a bit more now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3 guys, turn them around this way. Then I'm going to take these 2 guys and turn them this way. So they're swapping from supporting the guy on the right to the guy on the left, while the guy on the left just gave up 3 houses. I'm going to have them run all the way down here. Step on that, which I don't think matters because there's no one blue dealing in that, and just give them the option. Now they're not even moving, so possibly it's not a supply thing, it's just sort of like distance travel that's the problem for them. So I guess we'll just undo that then, because nobody cares. Let's turn those 2 guys back that way, and turn these guys back the way they were facing. Okay, we're back to worrying about green. You're now really weird to worry about because him just say you were fine. Okay, so again, let's give this guy back his 3 houses. Again, this guy, he's got a whole bunch of people waiting on him, so probably not off as bad as he's sort of saying. As long as I can get out. Because every second you can see another guy can just get in that spot and like sort of do an order. Sometimes I get stuck in that turning circle. Quite possibly it could be the two guys on the underside of their setup that's causing them problems. Again, there's no real room for a roundabout that guy could get. And I think that those two underside guys are really important. I mean, what I could do, we can just see if this does anything, is we can cut them this way. And see if that cleans up these other guys being able to get in and out. Although there are red houses that are coming across there too. Oh no, the red houses are sort of ignoring that bit of the intersection. Bridge number 13. And while we've been focusing on that, green is currently imploding. So no real place to move greens back from. This guy here has all of these houses down the bottom as well as the three guys here. Let's turn him up, just because we want these two guys to survive those extra seconds longer if we can. This guy here does not look any better off after our little adjustment. Who is going to be the one that loses it for us? Come on, 15 more hundred and we can get to 2,000. We just get... Oh, yellow's coming in hot. That guy's happier. This guy, let's see a little bit more happiness. Come on, blue. Well, green seems to be calming down. Yellow must be the new surge. It's blue down the bottom. It's just... Okay, green at the top is now saying that he's winning the battle. It's red down the turning circles of these guys in the blue down the bottom are killing me. This guy down here, he needs help. He needs his one little house coming back. But to do that, I need green's road back. And I guess I'm gonna have to do it. So we're gonna turn those two guys back to help the other guy. Blue down the bottom is winning this battle. We just really quickly need that road back. As fast as we can, because this guy otherwise is going to sink. Okay, so let's turn someone back his way, at least one extra house. This blue has recovered fully. Nice work, blue. There it is. So let's go the closest guy to him. Get in there and just like make him survive a little bit longer. We're now 900 off 20,000. Part of this is just about like making that finish line. Like just whatever we can do to just... This doesn't feel like there's enough guys coming down. While this guy is not being used, I'm going to give them the other road so they can move a little bit quicker. I want to move that guy back across just to give him another guy. Because this guy is doing badly too, but we're going to lose because of this guy. Although now they're pretty neck and neck. Are we winning the battle on either of these? Come on, yellow. Oh, and you can see this guy here. Add setup. Can I get a roundabout there? Great. Okay, let's work this out. 1, 2, 3 guys that way. And what we can do is we can turn... Oh, that's sitting right there, isn't it? Do that. Means that these guys can all go there. We can do that change. If these guys can start moving, because they've all suddenly stopped because of that. I've sunk myself there. So close. So close to 20,000. I mean, can't be mad at that though, can we? Alright, let's have a look. It is pretty early in the week. It's only 5 days left, so let's see where that puts us. Top 2%. 2%. 22. Solid effort. Any questions or comments, feel free to check them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.